What's good, everyone? Today I'm going to be reviewing Predator, the original one. This movie has been received by many people as a classic. This is my second time watching the movie. First time I watched it 2 years ago. It had obviously been hyped up to me as one of the greatest monster movies of all time, and so I go in expecting this great movie, and I didn't really get it. I was so disappointed that I just thought the movie was bad. What is this? There's like so many dated aspects to it. The you know opening plot is like generic action movie. You get to the end and the predator's laughing like this is so just bad. Like, what is this? And so I was just so disappointed, and I just gave up on it for a while. So now I'm doing this review series, and this is my first time rewatching the movie, and now that I know what it is, I have better expectations for it. I definitely liked it a lot more. I still don't think it's great. I don't think it's an all-time classic or masterpiece or anything. I still don't get that. But knowing what it is, what it's supposed to be, I can appreciate it a lot more, and I do enjoy it a lot more. So first off, on positive note, you got a great cast in Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura, Shane Black. Everyone here is just a lot of fun. I don't think that the characters are all great, but the actors are all, fun, charismatic. You got some great one-liners in here, all iconic.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
But when it comes to the characters, this is one of my initial criticisms the first time I watched it, where I said, this movie doesn't have any characters, it just has walking muscles with guns. And that's true. It's still true. I think, oddly enough, that Mac is the most developed character, not by a whole lot, but he has like one or two character moments in there. The rest of them are just kind of like have two character traits. One, they're strong, and two, they are intelligent hunters. Beyond that, there just really isn't a whole lot for characters, and I think that's like a big part of what hurts this movie is that it just solely relies on star power over the characters. Now, the best character of this movie is a title character in The Predator. The creature created by Stan Winston is just incredible. Like, he did some great work with it. I was watching the bonus features, and before they got him on board, they made like this entire other monster that just looks goofy. It looks stupid. It's hilarious. I'm so glad they were able to get Stan Winston to make the modern iconic Predator design. And bringing it all together is the actor who plays the Predator, Kevin Peter Hall, who is just like this huge guy, gets in this like big costume and just like gives this like insane sort of animalistic but also humanoid performance that just combined with the costume made by Stan Winston just is completely believable creature. Now, unfortunately, the Predator itself is not perfect, as a lot of the runtime is spent seeing this like weird CG invisible like cloaked character, and it just looks terrible, and you get all of these POV infrared shots that look terrible, and there's way too many of them, and it's like just annoying and distracting, ugly. So really didn't care for that. But as an actual character itself, the Predator is still interesting because it's not just like a cool look. There's more to it. He has sort of code of honor. He won't hurt anyone that's unarmed, where Schwarzenegger is giving him a Predator a run for his money, and then he finally catches him, but he can't do anything because he doesn't have a weapon, so he leaves him there. It just makes for a more interesting threat than something like the Xenomorph, where it's just gonna eat you no matter what. No knock against the Xenomorph, it's just as awesome, just as iconic, but it just adds another layer to it being more of a character than just another creature. Now, the production itself of this movie is all around really solid. I mean, you go shooting on location, or whether you're talking about the sets that are more or less built entirely on the location, they all look great. Like, they're shooting in the jungle, and just they find the perfect spots, and especially when you get to that final battle with like the big fallen tree that the Predator is standing on, like that just shot looks awesome. The score here by Alan Silvestri is pretty good. First time I watched it, I thought it was kind of annoying, and I kind of understand my old self listening to it, but at the same time, like, this is still pretty good. Now, as an action movie, this movie is hit or miss. Where you go in the first act, you have this awesome opening action scene where you get this like cool, stealthy, almost like Assassin's Creed like action scene where they're sliding down the hill, being all sneaky, taking people out one by one, and then Arnold pushes a truck down a hill, and then everything goes absolutely crazy, full on shootout. It's entirely awesome. The violence is all awesome, very intense, very just well made all around. And then you get in the middle act, which is where this movie really, really suffers. It's kind of like a horror slasher movie, but not a good one, where it slows down. They're wandering through the woods, getting picked off one by one, and the kills are very hit or miss. Where you get the gore, but it's invisible CGI thing just shoots like a CGI laser, and there's like a little hole in someone, and they're dead. And it's like that happens like 2 or 3 times. It's like that's like the least interesting way you could have done this. But when you get to get the arms cut off and everything, and then pulling the spine out, that stuff's all awesome. So I wish it could have been more like that for all of the kills. So yeah, middle act was really hit or miss, and then you get to the third act where it's just a 1v1, and that was all just really awesome. So all in all, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's great, don't think it's a classic still, but I think it's just a good, solid creature feature movie, good action scenes, but with some dated effects, some great effects. It's kind of a mixed bag there, but leaning more on the good side. So yeah, that's all I got for Predator. Thanks for watching.